It's too bad that nobody else famous is in this movie, Alan.
Yes.
I feel for you, brother.
A limited cast.
Yeah, I feel for you that you finally joined this incredibly popular series, and there's nobody else in it to talk about.
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, it's funny that like the barrier for entry is like an Oscar. At this point for this thing, it's incredible.
Right, exactly. But you cracked the cast, obviously.
I weaseled my way in there somehow.
So, how much of the first 9 films have you been taken in, and then you get a call saying, "Hey, do you want to be part of Fast X or what? What do you got?"
I watched them all. I'm going to say this. I was mortified as these words came out of my mouth. I was like, you are the dumbest person alive. I had watched the first one in high school, and it was transcendent. I was like, this has elevated the action genre. This is a new way to show the cars and race. I mean, this is just like a whole new ball game now for a film. And then they wanted to, I like Vin, you sort of feel like, oh, that was a cult classic, like maybe we shouldn't do another one, and so I didn't watch any other ones.
Oh.
And I let Vin know when I saw him.
Oh my God.
Then I go, hey man, I hadn't really watched any of them. I watched the first one in high school, but and I'm now that I got the part, I've seen them all, and I just love what you've been doing with the last 2 decades. And he was like, thank you. I appreciate that.
But you got a sense that not so much.
But he's spent 20 plus years
of his life.
This is his baby. I mean, I've spent a couple years working on Reacher. It's such a fixture in my life. If somebody was like, thanks for having me on Reacher, man. I haven't watched any of them. You're the stupidest. Why would you say that? And this dude is decades in. I'm an idiot.
But I'm just wondering what he might have been more deeply offended by. Is that he hadn't seen it, or the fact that you were in high school at the first one of them?
That too.
Hey, old man, I haven't seen much of your work the last 20 years, but thanks for having me on.
Thanks for squeezing me in before you retire. He was very polite though. But no, so I hadn't been a huge Fast fan. Of course, I did my homework. I watched all of them.
Yes.
And the more I saw it develop, the more I was like, oh, no wonder this is like a multi-billion-dollar franchise. This is the funnest thing in the world.
Yeah, right.
And then of course you start to go like, oh man, now I have to live up to like what this thing has become. Oh my gosh, can I be a part of this?
Yes.
But it's it works, and I think I am so grateful to be a part of it at this point in space and time, because I feel like both I'm at a point in my career where it makes sense, and this franchise is at a point in the career where it's although it's sort of the beginning of the end, there's something so fresh about where this story has matured, and the cast that's assembled, and it's just a fun point to take part in this.
Yeah, my gosh, Tyrese Gibson, and obviously Vin Diesel, Jason Momoa, Jason Statham, John Cena. What was your time with Cena like?
And all the audience, Charlize.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course.
Michelle
and Brie Larson.
Right. The women too were juggernauts, and Dame Helen Mirren, living legends. You're right. Every one of them is like.
Which one could you take, Alan? Let's be honest. Let's just go throw down right now.
Why are you fishing for controversy?
I'm in the sports media.
Honest,
yes. What are you?
We know there's nobody in that cast that I can't take. Have you seen Reacher?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Contest. Unfortunately for everybody else, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
it's what I do.
You could take all of them out.
I felt underutilized in this film as far as the action goes. I'm just going to throw that out there. We got to fix that in the next one.
Fast 11.
Yes.
Fast XI, I guess, would that be?
That's right.
Okay, very good. So Cena, could take him. You could take out Aquaman too. You could take him out. Okay.
The best Aquaman.
Okay. Yes.
I'll take my rage out on him. The fact that he got the better Aquaman wetsuit.
Okay.
Have you seen his costume versus mine? Let's not do a side by side. I'm sure there's some fans of yours out there that are already photoshopping those together. I got gypped. I had like the 1990s like paper thin orange Speedo that zipped up from the front, and I don't even know what he's wearing. Leather? What is he in? It's beautiful, whatever it is. His superhero costume looks sweet.
So what do you mean it's zipped up from the front? What are you talking about? There's a zipper in your Aquaman suit?
In my Aquaman thing? Yeah, dude, I had to zip into it. And it was disappointing because I actually went to a leather shop, which I didn't mind. And they were building this sick superhero suit, and then the producers go like, he would never wear leather. And so then they unravel they flick out this little Speedo that, this onesie.
Yes.
Step into that, please, and zip it up and get to set. And I was brand new, so that's what So don't look at the costume.
You were brand new, or the costume was brand new?
Both.
Because maybe your interpretation of Aquaman is a leather Aquaman. Leatherman becomes Aquaman.
Right.
Maybe so.
Right.
I think they were overthinking it, not you.
Exactly.
How about that?
We need to fix this. But even Momoa. Yeah, I mean, and I love Momoa. I will say you mentioned Cena. He is the most. Have you met him?
He's
the kindest human being I've ever met in my life.
Yes.
I was blown up. I mean, it was.
Why, you were thinking he'd have a little bit of wrestling attitude or something like that?
I meet a lot of people that are like threatened, and I'm not like I'm not here to fight people. Like, I just want to love everybody. I just want to be. Let's just be nice to each other. But like a lot of dudes are like, I could take you, and you're like, why do we have to do that to me? And I just sort of expect it, especially from somebody who looks like a piece of walking testosterone.
But he was the opposite.
Antithesis.
No kidding.
Loveliest man in the world.
Okay, so there wasn't like any arm wrestling or anything like that on the set of Fast?
Not arm wrestle. Okay. There's always the next film, though. I'll make sure I bring that up.
Okay, very good. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.